The camera phone lay face down in the dirt, still recording. You could hear the panicked breaths, the broken whispers, the shaky footsteps of teenagers running in circles around something they never expected to witness. No jokes. No laughter. No truth or dare, excitement anymore. Just one terrifying realization that would haunt them forever. They were the reason someone wasn't getting back up. But what none of them knew was that the real truth, the one that would break them, change them, and save them, was still ahead, waiting to be uncovered one piece at a time. It started like every summer tradition in Lakewood, a quiet American town where life rarely offered thrill. 15-year-old Tyler Brooks, a shy kid with a soft voice, lived most of his life behind closed doors. His mom worked double shifts, his dad had left years ago, and he grew up believing he didn't belong anywhere. Until he met Mia, Jordan, and Lex, the only kids who made him feel like he was part of something. They weren't bad kids, just bored kids. And bored kids sometimes think danger is harmless. On that warm Friday evening, they met at The Hill, a place where local teens gathered to talk, joke, and film short clips for TikTok. The sun was melting behind the trees when Mia screamed, "Truth or dare!" with an energy that made the group come alive. Tyler always chose truth. He hated attention, hated being watched. But the others teased him lightly until he smiled, and the game continued. Then Jordan, known for taking things too far, pointed the phone at Tyler and said, "Okay, shy boy, dare. This time you have to pick dare." Tyler hesitated. His hands shook slightly, something Jordan always found amusing. But something inside Tyler wanted to prove himself, wanted one moment of courage, one moment where he wasn't the quiet kid. "Dare," he whispered. Jordan grinned, too excited, too careless. "I dare you to walk across the old quarry bridge. The one behind the tracks. It'll make the craziest video. You'll go viral, man." Everyone went silent. The bridge wasn't really a bridge. It was an abandoned railway beam, thin, rusted, hanging across a 30-foot drop. Nobody went there anymore. Too risky. Too broken. Tyler swallowed. "Guys, that place is dangerous." Mia stepped forward. "You don't have to do this." But Jordan laughed and shoved her lightly aside. "Come on, dude. It's not that high. Plus, I'll film the whole thing. You'll look like a legend." And Tyler, tired of being invisible, nodded slowly. They walked through bushes and broken dirt paths until they reached the beam. The metal was cold and unstable. Wind brushed past, shaking it gently. Tyler stared down at the long fall beneath him. "This is stupid," Mia said. "Jordan, stop recording." But Jordan refused. "Tyler, let's go. You said dare." Tyler took one step, then another. He kept his eyes forward. His breath grew heavier. The group went silent, watching in fear, but also excitement. The camera recorded every second, the trembling beam, the ghostly wind, Tyler's shoes scraping the rust. Halfway across, the metal made a sound like it was sighing under pressure. Tyler froze. "Come back!" Mia screamed, but Jordan, still recording, yelled, "No! You're good! Keep going! You're fine!" Tyler took one last step. The metal snapped out a crack. A scream. A phone falling. A sickening silence after impact. Jordan ran. Mia collapsed screaming. Lex covered his face, shaking uncontrollably. Someone called 911 with trembling fingers. Tyler wasn't moving, and as the ambulance arrived, and the flashing lights painted the trees red and blue, the kids realized this wasn't a dare anymore. It was a tragedy they could never reverse. The next weeks were suffocating. The town froze. Parents talked in whispers. Schools held assemblies. Mia stopped sleeping. Lex stopped speaking altogether. And Jordan, the loudest kid of all, didn't post a single thing online, because everyone knew the video had leaked. Not fully, but enough. Enough for the whole town to see Tyler taking those steps. Enough for people to whisper that the kids pushed him into it. Enough to make Jordan's face burn every time someone looked at him. But the worst part wasn't the video. It was the quiet. Quiet in the hallways. Quiet in Jordan's room. Quiet in the spaces where laughter once lived. Mia visited Tyler's house one evening. His mom opened the door, eyes swollen but gentle. She invited her in without a word. Mia broke down instantly. "I'm sorry, it's our fault. We shouldn't have dared him. We were stupid." Tyler's mom sat beside her and whispered something Mia never expected. "He always wanted friends. He talked about you all the time. He was finally happy. I don't blame you. I just want you to learn something from this. Something he didn't get the chance to learn." Mia cried harder because forgiveness felt heavier than blame. Meanwhile, Jordan sat alone in his room replaying the moment, over and over, hating himself, drowning in guilt. He wanted to disappear. Until one night, his father walked in and said, "You can hate yourself forever, or you can spend the rest of your life making sure nobody else makes a mistake like this. What happened was wrong. But wrong things only stay powerful if you don't grow from them." Those words sank deep. 1 month later, Mia, Lex, and Jordan stood together on the hill where it all started. But this time, there was no game. No dares. No laughter. They recorded a new video, not for views, not for attention, but for Tyler. They talked about peer pressure. About saying no. About how not every risk is worth taking. About how fear doesn't make you weak, but silence can. The video didn't go viral. It did something better. It saved kids who watched it and realized they didn't need to prove anything to anyone. And every year on the anniversary of Tyler's death, they returned to the hill, not to mourn, but to remember the boy who wanted to belong, the boy who taught them the biggest truth of all. Courage isn't doing dangerous things. Courage is saying, "This is enough." The memory didn't fade. It scattered into homes, schools, conversations, and late-night thoughts. Like tiny particles floating in the air, the lesson spread quietly, landing softly on minds that needed it. Every kid who watched their video felt a shift inside them, a sharper awareness, a pause before a reckless choice, a heartbeat of hesitation that saved them from repeating a tragedy. Tyler's story became a silent guardian, dispersed across the world, invisible but present, shaping decisions, softening hearts, and reminding people that no dare is worth a life, and no truth is worth losing yourself.